Welcome to the channel. I am the Jamaican Scoop Diva. Now, the first thing that I would like to discuss is Ishawna, who has recently posted photos with herself and Ed Sheeran along with Lil Nas X. Now, she recently did a song with Ed Sheeran. It's called Brace It, and the video had come out about, I want to say, 2 weeks ago. So it's no surprise that she would post a photo with him. But what really raised eyebrows was her photo with Lil Nas X. Now, Lil Nas X is known for big hit songs like Old Country Road, I believe it's called. But he's also one of those big superstars who, and I want to choose my words wisely, who proudly represents the alphabetical order community. I think you know what I'm referring to, the colorful flag. And he's known to be quite erratic and exotic, as his music videos are kind of, what I would want to say X-rated. This may come as an insult to many Jamaicans because Jamaican is known to be whatever phobic. But it's also interesting to note that she started out as a dancehall artist, and the dancehall community doesn't really support, well, openly support that kind of a movement. The next thing is that her ex, Foota Hype. Now, Foota Hype is very vocal on social media. In fact, he seems to be like a vlogger these days because he's always in the news talking about something of the sort, getting the attention of many. And people actually listen to him, especially when he's speaking about things that are important. No, if you know Foota Hype, he's always going against the alphabetical order group or the colorful flag group. And I'm choosing my words wisely, so bear with me. He's always had a problem with them. He's always had a problem with dancehall artists affiliating themselves with them. And now the fact that someone that he was once close to, and he and her are family because they have I believe they have a son together. So they will always be that kind of a way. So on some senses, it would be an insult to him on a musical level because we know he represents dancehall very passionately, and also an insult on a personal level because they share a child. But the truth is they are split up, so some would argue it really has nothing to do with him. But things do bother him a lot because that's just the kind of vlogger he is. Now, in her comment section, she captioned the photo with Lil Nas X saying, "You want to know what it never was? Basic." And she had some emojis, and she at Lil Nas X, hashtag Lil Nas X, hashtag Ishawna, hashtag Ishi, hashtag Montero. Now, someone commented the legendary and said, "When you need your baby daddy / vloggers and bloggers to start act up, dancehall is gone." So what they're basically saying is that she's actually trying to provoke Foota Hype because she and Foota Hype did actually have a rumored or an alleged very abusive relationship. It was rumored that he used to abuse her. In fact, she went ahead and did an interview regarding this matter saying yes, he was abusive. So they're saying she's only trying to do this to get a reaction out of him. Palm hashtag underscore lifestyle commented and said, I'll unfollow now. In other words, he's not pleased. He's not pleased that she has been posted something, with someone from that particular community. Someone said this is called bootleg rockstar. Not a Lil Nas X trying to take my spot. I am reporting him to HR right now. So in other words, they don't mind it's Lil Nas X. They're just jealous that she, playfully jealous that she's posting with him. The other person said, although it neck and neck and is a stiff race, you're a spot secure, baby. Positive. Now this is what got me. Poster boy BK. Somewhere that Bigfoot man is punching air. And why I find this funny is because they're basically saying Foota Hype, Bigfoot man, is going to be punching air. And punching air just means that you're so angry that you pretend fight. You punch in air because you're so mad and you need to express your anger. Now, Ishawna has the right to post with anybody she wants to. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, moving on over to Stefflon done. Now, recently, a photo with Jada Kingdom was posted online and been circulating with her wearing a Damani chain, which is the chain of the big Afrobeat star Burna Boy. And after this photo was released, Stefflon Don went ahead and posted on her Instagram, that's why I'm in a friend now, HWHORING gal. And a lot of persons although she didn't call names, believed that she was referring to Jada Kingdom, seeing that Burna Boy is indeed her ex. Now, after which she realized the chaos, and I really wondered if she was really talking about Burna Boy, because Stefflon Don is an international artist. She's nice, and I also believe that Jada Kingdom is beautiful, but I don't see her as a type of artist or woman that would kind of like embarrass themselves, but who knows. But she quickly took to Instagram and said this: let me put an at to the person I was actually referring to, since you all are so fast. Big PUSSY at Big Donatella, and that's her last name. You could see it on the screen. You and your husband Eugene Church at Connect the Dots International. Sort out the situation before I start opening my mouth. So she's saying that the W word that she was referring to was actually not Jada Kingdom, and actually these persons, this lady and her husband. No, it could be true, and she's just making the air clear, or it could just be like a quick publicity fix because she realized the backlash that she was getting. But either way, she said what she said, and she actually dropped an at, and she specifically referred to somebody and called their names. So I guess we have nothing to worry about, and she may actually be unbothered by the rumored relationship between Jada Kingdom and her ex Burna Boy. Let me know what you think in the comments.
There was a guy by the name of Benaya, who his right name is Neil Spence, who they had doing mostly the beating and hitting every single person. So he came there, and Javon Thompson started to hold my shirt again and pulling me back and forth with that type of aggression. And Neil started speaking in tongues, and they just started going crazy with, talking in different language. And Neil started to hit and tap my wife on her shoulder and screaming in her face, and he went behind her and slapped her in her back. And when he slapped her in her back, she was pregnant and she started to bleed from that incident, and she almost fell forward and, hurt herself. And Javon Thompson, being the former leader or the main leader, him and his brother Omar Thompson stood there and made a barrier of line around me and my wife and watching the things that was being done. And then he called his wife, Melisha Thompson, known as Shafat, up there, and he said, look, remember what I told you? This one here, he doesn't see the vision. He doesn't see the vision. Remember when I told you he doesn't see the vision? And she said, yes, Charles, yes, Charles. And she went back and sit down with her son and her daughter, comfortable in her house, while my wife and I was out there being brutalized by Javon Thompson, Omar Thompson, and Peter Gallimore, who was standing there, and a few other leaders who bombarded and was trying to block us off from the public seeing what was happening. Neil Spence, who was Benaya, started to beat upon me, and while blocking him, he then kicked my foot off the ground. I didn't expect it. When I fell on the ground, he came on top of me and was just punching. And I used my hand in a black force, and while he was there punching, Omar Thompson and the rest of the brethren was there like, don't resist. This is the work of Yahweh. This is the work, and I'm there blocking, defending myself. And then he tried to hold my windpipe and try to squeeze my windpipe. And I'm holding on to his hand, and they're saying, don't block. And I'm saying, how can I not block? And this man is trying to kill me. In force, pretty much to send money to a particular leader. Nonetheless, still 4,000 CI dollars, 800 and something thousand.
Your family was still living there?
My family was still living there, and the sad part about it is that though my family was still living there, I would still have to try and find money for my family otherwise to send to them so that they can get something to eat.
You're saying that your wife wasn't and your child wasn't eating, even though you were sending like $1.2 million?
My child and my wife was not being benefit from what was sent. I have to find money, otherwise from that to send to them so that they can get something to eat. And even when I send money, there is a particular leader that was there who is the mother of the faith that's supposed to be taking care of my family. When sending money to this person, found out that she was actually eating all the money and giving or buying things for them that would be left back from the change. Because there was a time when my wife would ask me, why is it that you're not sending any money, even for your son? And I would say to her, what do you mean? I just send a few thousand, couple $1,000 come. But in the midst of it, I get to understand that, like I said, they were eating out the money and not taking care of my family, so my family was pretty much there. Don't have any money, have to be begging Pampers, have to be going over to them, same leaders that I send my money to, have to be begging them for food and begging them for things like toiletries, you have pads, all of those stuff. They would have to go over there and beg, and I would say, but I send this man $1 million Friday, and then when Saturday come for the time of worship, he will come and sit down and speak and say there is no food bridging, and he will go and buy a few little sardine cans and a few slices of bread and few little things. And my wife would always say, babe, I'm hungry. But I would say, but you shouldn't be hungry, food should be there. But because I couldn't say to her directly what was being done or taking place, so I would have to try and hide certain things from her. Not knowing that at the time it was really my downfall. I should have really told her and show her what was up.
Now, moving on to more serious news that happened in Jamaica just recently, it was discovered that a lot of women and children were rescued from some kind of a church. I would call it a CULT, the Qahal Yahweh Church, and it's in some place in St. James. I don't know if it's in Mudbay itself. And it is reported that the leaders of this church actually brutally abused these members. They beat them, and they also found ways to steal their money in large portions. We're talking steal their money by the millions. And you have someone now explaining the brutality that occurred between himself and his wife and how they managed to somehow get money from him. Now, whilst they didn't actually put a GUN to his head and said, give me your money, for whatever reason, they were able to brainwash them, I would say, and take their money, convince them into sending these monies to them. And, even to the point where his own children, his own wife and child were not getting any funds to take care of themselves, and they had to be somewhat begging for the funds. Now, this is very eye-opening, but we have to remember something like this happened in Montego Bay just under a year now with this so-called pastor, Kevin Smith, who was basically doing the same thing to his followers. Now, remember, an actual woman was sacrificed. Her life was lost. They were drinking the BLOOD of goats, etc. And I want to tell my people this. No, I can tell you who or what to believe in, but if something feels wrong, chances are it is wrong. Don't allow a stranger to come into your life and to preach doctrines to you that you can actually go ahead and research off of your own. You could go to an actual local pastor, you could go on Google, you could go to a family member, you could go to the police and ask about these kinds of things and these kinds of people before you take your hard-earned cash and give away to these people and have yourself in a position such as this man who is now saying that he was brutally beaten, as well as his wife. Remember, he said that even the pregnant woman was slapped in her back and she started to bleed. I don't even know if she lost a child or what happened, but this is very sad. It's very unfortunate, and we have to look out for each other, especially persons who are quite gullible. People are very easy to believe certain type of doctrines because they come in the name of religion. Be very careful about these people because they can ruin your life, they can abuse you, and you could also lose your life, as we saw what happened last year with that other lady who was actually sacrificed. So we have to keep an open eye for these things. And with that being said, this is the Jamaican Scoop Diva. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and leave your comments below. Please, my people, take very good care of yourself.